Oh, hello, good morning. It's me, your host, Lou Fernandez. Welcome back to another episode of Alternate Side Talking with Lou Fernandez. I'm here once again on the opposite side of Pineapple Street from where I started, and today I'm joined by my guest, Tony Carnevale.
Hi.
Hey, how are
I'm
you?
doing great, Lou. How are you
I'm doing all
doing?
right. I want to thank you so much for getting up extra early and getting in the car with me this morning.
Thanks. When I got up, it was dark out, which took me back to my childhood, like getting up early to go to the airport.
Oh.
I never get up when it's dark out.
Oh man. Well, you weren't affected by like daylight savings time at all, or
You mean recently? Just now?
just in general as a child?
I guess so.
I'm just
Yeah.
it's
I don't know.
it's it is disturbing, but it's getting lighter now. We're watching in the morning. It's great that the sun is coming up. We're approaching, not close, but vernal equinox.
Yeah. So you have to do this every week, Lou? You
I
have to-
do. I have to do this every week. We're lucky that it's not. When I moved back to New York in '96 and we were living up in Manhattan, I had to get out of my. I had to move my car twice a week,
Okay.
and it was in the middle of the day, which doesn't make any sense because
Yeah.
that's only for people who either have housekeepers who
Right.
or can do it. So it'd be like I'd have to move from like 11 to 2,
Okay.
and I'd have to leave a note because there are cars on both sides of the street. So one side you just double park,
Right.
and you had to leave a note with your pager number so that
Wow.
people could page you to come move your car so they could get out
Wow.
in the middle of the day. Doesn't make any sense. Who's moving their car in the middle of the day?
I don't even know.
I don't
Why would you?
understand.
But here's another question: why do you own a car in New York City?
Well, that's a good question.
Yeah.
So when we first moved back, we had a car because we moved back from Wisconsin, and then we got rid of that car because we just weren't using it, and it was a source of endless misery. And then when Jody got a job in Queens at the Queens Museum, that's my wife. For those who don't
I assume
know,
the viewers would know.
yeah.
She's like your Mavis or whatever.
Yeah.
Jalen knows Mavis.
She it was 20-minute drive to work versus an hour and a half train ride to work. So we bought a car, and she had that job forever. And then we got this car, and then she left that job. So now we still have it,
Okay.
but we find it very useful having a big family to buy
Yeah.
groceries for and all that stuff.
Okay, fair.
Yeah. But it is a drag. And so this is Tuesday. We're Tuesday crew moving the car. Sometimes it's going to be Wednesday crew. But Tuesday crew is brutal. I don't know why. But this morning, I'm actually parked a block back from where I'd like to be.
Okay.
Because when I came out this morning, this entire block was already, this side of the street was already full. Now, in theory, they're supposed to come and clean the streets
Right.
after we all move our cars. And I don't believe in practice they actually do it every week.
Right.
And similarly, they don't ticket sweep every week.
Okay.
But you gotta move it anyway, just in case they do.
Right.
Because it is a $75 ticket, if I recall correctly. And it's totally random whether or not a disgruntled
So
person of color is going to come around. And
how?
I mean, this is a pretty accurate statement about the makeup of the ticket force. Is, I would say, primarily ethnic in this
Okay.
country, in this city.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever watched Parking Wars?
No.
So Parking Wars was a television show on, I don't know, TLC or A&E or one of those fine channels that does fantastic programming
Okay.
of the reality variety. And they would basically follow these guys through Philadelphia,
Right.
which is known for its brotherly love and aggravated people.
Yeah.
And basically follow these guys around and watch them get yelled at by people they were getting tickets.
That's a crazy and great idea for a show.
Yeah, it was it's misery porn. You're watching
Right.
people who endure endless abuse
Yeah.
at the hands of the public,
Yeah.
and the public which suffers their emotionless robotic
Right.
ticket giving. People
Wow.
talking them out of, trying to talk them out of tickets. There was a good one where they follow this sort of like obese guy and his partner around, and they would boot people's cars.
Uh-huh.
You know, they have that like thing that goes boop, like it reads your license
Yeah.
plate, and if you have a hit, it
Put that thing on your wheel.
yeah.
Yeah.
But someone came out and drove away with it on it,
Oh, God.
in the process destroying their car,
Right.
which was entertaining to watch because they would
Right.
rather ruin their car than have the boot. Hey, look, Terry Gin's hanging
Terry
out.
Gin.
Terry Gin.
You got a garage, you two.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Hey, look, just because you moved to the suburbs
Yeah.
and have a garage, in theory, I've never been invited to your house.
Wow.
Sick burn. But
I've been invited to Terry's
that's,
house.
well, and he may have invited me, but I don't recall. But since going to New Jersey it's difficult.
You have a car.
I know this is true. But have you been through those tunnels? It's like...
I take public transit because I'm a plebe.
Did you watch Daylight?
No.
That's a Sylvester Stallone movie about being trapped in the,
No, of
in the
course I
Holland
didn't watch
Tunnel.
that movie. Why would anyone watch that movie?
Because he's a star. He's a fantastic star, a beautiful star.
So here's the thing, Lou. What if you were to get... So you may or may not get up to one ticket a week if you just left it here and you did not do this.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
so the
sure.
max you would pay a month would be $300,
Yeah.
and you could get away paying less than that. You might pay $150, which for a parking spot in a garage is a bargain. $150. So you could just be like, I'm going to eat this. Not that I could afford it, and I'm sure you probably can't either. But
I mean, if I just left it on the other side of the street?
it would be like some months you might get off easy and just get one ticket, and then
That's true.
And then that would be 4 weeks you wouldn't have to get up early. Although you have kids, you probably get up early anyway.
Yeah, eventually.
Okay.
But, I mean, I understand that I could roll the dice.
Right.
But I just can't roll the dice. I could take the gamble that I'm going to not get a ticket.
Yeah.
But, your logic makes sense.
But here's
This
the
is
thing.
the end of the
at a
show,
certain
everybody.
point- at a certain point, you might get points on your license.
No, it'd be more like if I forget to pay it
Okay.
the next time, I will have the boot on my car.
Okay, you don't want that.
I don't want the boot.
No.
Because it's embarrassing.
There's so
But
many reasons you don't.
You know
want
what they used to do? Or maybe they still do it here. They used to put a giant sticker on your car if you didn't move it
I've
that
seen
said,
that.
like...
This person prevented the street from being properly cleaned.
That's right. That's right. And see, I think you actually... The exact grammar that you use.
I actually wrote those stickers. That
Oh,
was the
man.
job that I had. Yeah.
That's an amazing copywriter for the
Yeah.
city of New York's
Right.
vindictive sticker making.
I retired and I have a lifetime pension now.
Oh my God!
Mhm.
Well, I like the way that you're living
Yeah.
the rest of your life.
That's right.
So you work at Gawker Media?
That's not a thing anymore.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I work at Gizmodo Media Group.
Oh, good. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
We're gonna get sued again.
I didn't want to. Hulk Hogan has enough money already. He doesn't need to keep coming after
That's
you guys.
right. That's
All
right.
Fair enough. And I've been to a couple of events at your.
That's right.
That is your office.
Yes.
And they built your office to have in an auditorium, right? A little like
That's right.
amphitheater. Not an amphitheater, but
Yeah, a
it's
little screening area
Oh.
with sort of seating, and yeah.
So what's it like there?
It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I write. So when you go on any of those websites, you'll be reading the things you want to read,
Mm-hmm.
and there'll be things you pop up that are like look like the things that you want to read, but they're not because they're ads.
Uh-huh.
Those are the things that I'm writing.
Oh,
So I write what they call it branded content.
I see.
And so it'll be like, Jezebel will have all these stories that you might be interested in, and then there'll be a thing about buying a laptop, and it looks like a piece.
But it's on Jezebel, so it's like accessorizing with the right.
Exactly. It's about how to use your laptop to shop.
Oh, that's ladies out there.
Yeah.
This is a good thing to know.
Yeah, it's very useful. So those are the things that I'm writing. But I write for all the people who write for.
So you write branded content ads that they slip in.
Yep.
For Jalopnik.
Yes, for all 6
IO9.
sites. Yeah. You're
What are the other ones?
You're demonstrating your knowledge right now.
Deadspin on there?
Deadspin's on there.
Damn. 3 for 3.
See if you can get another.
I don't want to.
The next one's super easy though.
Kotaku.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
man.
there's another one that's super easy.
Like What? Oh, Life Hacker.
Yeah, Life Hacker.
Nice. I used to go to that website all the time. All the time.
Yeah.
But I don't know why I don't go anymore. Maybe, I don't know. Just always feel like I'm missing Merlin Mann, you know, and all his life hacks. Does he do, he doesn't write for you guys.
I don't know who that is.
Oh. I'm sorry, Merlin Mann.
Is it like Mr. Wizard?
No. But it's a, you know, that makes sense. No, he's just a guy who, he wrote a theory or practiced a theory about, like, organizing your life.
Okay.
You know, he's the kind of guy that was associated with sort of new media for a while. You know, you'd always see him on This Week in Tech.
Okay.
Kind of that kind of guy.
Okay.
Now, I had a non sequitur thought. Do you remember when MSNBC first started and they used to have the show where there was like a guy who was like a virtual reality host who was like an anime, like...
No, that sounds terrible.
Well, it was like in the early days when it was really like Microsoft, NBC, and like they would have
they
like...
wanted to hammer that Microsoft portion of that
so there was a show that wasn't all news, and it was that technology where someone is wearing a suit and they're being tracked.
Uh-huh.
So they're, you know, sort of Max Headroom style.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And it was like a virtual host, but it was like a guy talking, being like, "Hey man, what's up with the news?" But it was like a weird, like noodly, bad 3D animation guy.
Right.
So you don't recall that.
I don't recall.
Okay,
that
we've established that you don't recall this thing I'm talking about at all. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It sounds great though.
Well, you know, through the lens of nostalgia, it's entertaining. But
Yeah.
at the time, it would be like, "Oh my God, what is happening?"
I recently watched on YouTube remember those Mac Tonight commercials?
For Burger King?
For McDonald's.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, why would I even say Burger King?
Yeah, that's terrifying.
You know, well, it's because I like a flame-broiled burger versus...
Is this show sponsored by Burger King? It's a terrible investment for Burger King.
I'm open to... Well, there's a Burger King right down here on Fulton Mall. Right down the block.
Not right down. It's a ways.
Well, you know, New York right down here is,
yeah.
you know, a walkable distance.
Yeah.
But I've never been inside it. And then Shake Shack opened right down the street,
why
and
would you
somehow
ever
Burger
go?
King is still there.
That's crazy.
I don't think I could get the guy who runs Shake Shack to take my call. But
To sponsor your show.
But I think Burger King might.
Just that one, though. Just that franchise.
That's right. Just that one, because, you know,
the Fulton Mall Burger King.
You know, maybe next time you do the show, I'll have chicken fries.
That would be amazing.
That would be pretty
6
great.
a.m. chicken fries.
Yep. I mean, what wakes you up better than a nice bucket of chicken fries? Well, it's not a bucket.
Look at you're just coining catchphrases now.
I was going to do the ba-da-ba-ba-ba. That's a different,
Again,
that's
you
McDonald's.
have to be careful with the branding.
I need to be more on point with my brand.
Yeah,
well, that's why.
separate.
That's why I need you.
Yeah.
To help me with.
I
to
can
make sure I
oversee.
can stay on thing.
I can be in charge of that.
That's
for
right.
You. Yeah.
You could do branded content insertions into my regular speech.
That's amazing. Have you had other guests on the show?
This is the second episode of the show.
Okay.
It's been an egg in my mind. That I hatched last week.
Got it.
I know that's a common turn of phrase.
Yeah, an egg in my mind.
Sure. This has been an egg in my mind for a while.
It's been the Twitter egg that became the full-fledged Twitter avatar.
That's right.
That is this show.
I'm hoping it doesn't become a fail whale.
I don't know what even that
This is another term. When Twitter was first launched and there would be over max capacity on their servers, you would get a picture of a whale with like little birds.
Yeah, no, I remember that. Birds trying to carry the whale.
So it's like the fail whale.
It's like but I felt like they were saying I was a whale. Like, our birds can't carry your dumb Twitter requests.
It was like, too many words are being said.
Yeah.
I thought they're also judging your weight.
Right. I felt fat shamed by it.
Yeah.
Which is a microaggression.
I think they don't do that anymore because of that.
Okay.
I hate that term, microaggression. It's like,
of course, I do too.
Yeah. It's because it describes what I do all day. So,
it accurately describes everything that you ever do.
Yeah, I try not to.
Lou, by the way, speaking of microaggressions,
what did I do?
I moved to Lou's neighborhood about a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And Lou, whenever he sees me, takes it upon himself to terrify me in some way. He tries to scare me in some.
Do I?
Weird,
that's just the way I introduce myself to people.
No, it's a very specific targeting way. So I was getting on the train. I don't even know if you remember this. And Lou did something which people do all the time, but he did it in a weird way that no one would actually do. So it really threw me. So sometimes when you're getting on the subway, people will be asking you for a swipe because if you have an unlimited card, it would cost you nothing to swipe. Or wait, when you're getting off the train, actually.
Yeah.
Right, when you're getting off the train, people trying to get on might ask you for a swipe because it'll cost you nothing if you have an unlimited card.
Yeah.
So I was getting on the train, and Lou, walks up next to me, not right in front of me, so he's just in my peripheral vision. Thank you. Oh, here we go. The spotlight is on me. Lou walks up next to me, and he goes, "Hey, buddy," in this voice, because Lou does voices. He goes, "Can I get a swipe? Can I get a swipe?" And which is that's never happened. Nobody asks you while you're getting on the train to give them a swipe.
That's right.
Because you can't. If you have an unlimited card, you wouldn't be able to get on. And if you have a paper ride, you'd be paying for them.
I'll say this is not a surprise to me, but I don't recall doing that.
So Lou goes, "Can I get a swipe? Can I?" I'm like, going into this weird fight or flight mode. I can't fully see what's happening. There's this man demanding a swipe in a voice I haven't heard.
Yeah, that's how I get to work.
So then I get aggressive.
So I didn't actually know it was him. That's how I get to work regularly.
So then I'm being mean to this stranger, and then Lou's makes it clear that it's Lou by continuing to do it until I look at him. And then I feel like the guilty one for being mean to Lou when Lou's the instigator.
It's true. I do approach people that I know in a brusque manner sometimes. My friend Ted, see him on the train sometimes, and he's almost invariably reading a book, and I'll come up to him and be like, "Hey, what you reading, mister? You reading a book? You think you're smart?"
It's terrible. It's the worst. Stop doing that.
Yeah, but being like, "Hey," it doesn't feel right.
Yeah, well, you could just sit in silence like a normal person.
No, but I want to engage with people because it takes my mind off my problems by sort of putting my friends into sort of a panic state.
Yeah, that's what it was.
It fills me with delight, the terror, and we build a memory together. That's really an important part of the day.
We didn't actually, because you just said you don't remember doing this.
Because
you do it too frequently. They all blend together. You're a sociopath, Lou. This is an intervention.
Well, I mean, guilty as charged.
How many people we got watching right now?
We've got the one. It's I think it's Maddie.
The one. Oh, Maddie. Hi, Maddie.
Oh, or Stan.
Don't stop being you. Don't listen to Tony.
Okay, I'll keep surprising people. Thank you.
I disagree. I think you should stop being you.
But I'll say this: there have been times when I've gotten there and gotten on the same elevator with you and been kind of like, trying to get your attention.
Yeah.
And
I will not look at you.
Yeah, Tony lives in sort of a bubble of just leave me alone.
Yeah.
And
that's what you're supposed to be. You're in New York City.
Well, just like Dune, the slow blade penetrates the shields.
Another movie I haven't seen.
Oh, good. It's a great movie. I mean, if you like sort of overwrought hilarity.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
It's the target market for
My
this
name
show.
is a killing word. Who doesn't want that? Muad'Dib. If he has the gun and people say his name, it shoots.
Getting a text. Burger King just pulled their sponsorship.
No.
Yeah.
They hate Dune.
They hate Dune.
No. I guess people describe their food as sand-like. I'm not sure why they would do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is the Tuesday crew, man. I've mentioned.
Why do you call it the Tuesday crew?
Because the Tuesday morning Parkers on this stretch.
Your fellow Parkers are
my
the crew.
Tuesday crew. I don't actually know any of them.
Right.
I recognize them. There's Zoe's dad, and there's super old school Volkswagen Beetle lady,
right,
and then the rest of the jerks who park not close enough to each other next to multiple spaces.
Right.
People who don't park to the sign. There's a sign up there that says park to here, and people will park 5 feet in. Mm-hmm. They should have their cars set on fire.
You're a little over the sign, aren't you? Oh, it says.
I'm next to this guy.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Don't question my parking. I mean, it's I live in a very upright world of parking etiquette.
Right.
I would never.
Congratulations. This is your most commented on live video
10
yet.
comments?
It says that right now.
Holy moly.
Half of them are for Maddie Mako, if not more, probably.
Oh. I'm sorry. Did we microaggress on Maddie? I'm not sure.
I don't know. Now I'm terrified.
It's hard. Did any of us insult her dog? I don't think we did.
Biscuit? Biscuit's a cute dog.
Biscuit rules. Follow on Instagram.
I'm trying to get some positive comments from Maddie. Biscuit's a cute dog. This is very targeted. We're targeting very
That's right.
specifically.
Right.
Ryan Sturt's also
Ryan
watching.
Sturt may be interested in Viagra or Cialis,
Yeah.
depending on.
That's what we've heard.
Look into it.
We're friends with
Yeah.
Kristen.
If you have an erection for more than 4 hours, Ryan, please seek medical help.
Yes.
This has been a branded content insertion.
No pun intended. That's a microaggression problem.
Oh, yeah, please.
Madeline Mako is thanking us for complimenting Biscuit.
Sure. It's our pleasure. I mean, that dog is all over the media. It's chewing on stuff.
Yep.
Sometimes it's walking, and sometimes it's laying there.
You've just summed up many of Biscuit's favorite activities. Maddie loves this now, she says.
Oh, man, fantastic. Fantastic. We just have to constantly be alerted as to who's watching and then tailor the show just to them.
I went to, have you been to Henry's End, the restaurant right around the corner there?
I have been to Henry's End. It's unique. I went there with my in-laws a long time ago. I don't eat there as often as I probably should for being in the neighborhood, support neighborhood businesses. Shop local.
Shop local, like the Burger King on Fulton Mall.
That's right. You get your chicken fries. They may taste like sand. It's up to, we'll see if they come back.
Okay. They dropped this again.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, they serve a lot of rarer or unusual foods, right? They serve game.
They have game, yeah. I went there for my birthday. Maddie was there also.
Oh, my goodness.
Sorry, you must not have gotten the invite.
I understand. I've terrified you on the train enough times that I don't deserve it. That's just how it is.
And none of us ordered game.
Oh.
And I feel like we missed out because we all ordered normal stuff.
Oh, they have the normal menu? And
Yeah.
you were like...
Well, they have it's...
Are you
like
sure you don't want boar?
Right. It was like 75% boar and then 25% boring fish. We got the boring fish.
Well, you can rest assured that it was probably, murdered in the wild.
That's true.
The fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've eaten boar.
Yeah.
But the boar tends to be only in a pasta.
Okay, yeah.
But
I've had rabbit in pasta.
That's disgusting.
Rabbit's delicious.
Is it?
I personally think the cuter the animal, the more delicious.
So what would be the most delicious? I'm sorry, Terry. Would it be a seal?
It would be a seal.
Oh, man.
I want a seal.
People don't talk about the seal meat. They only talk about the fur.
Right.
And the clubbing.
Yeah, they don't talk about the seal meat, but they really should because that is a cutely delicious animal.
It's cute and acutely
Oh,
delicious.
wow!
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. McDonald's new.
No, that's not a McDonald's thing. And also, they're not even... It's Burger King that we're wooing right now.
Do they have a music? Do they have a theme song?
Do they have a music?
Yeah, that's the term.
Do they have a music?
Yeah. I'm the master of the turn phrase. Like I had a brain egg, and it came out of,
Burger King. Do they have a music?
Yeah.
They probably have a music.
Yeah. Be your own music at Burger King. Bing, bang, bing, bang, bing. That's, I'm a jingle writer. If you want to approach me about, most of my jingles are 5 sounds made orally, not with instruments. I think it's pretty good.
Do they have a music?
Yeah, it's the festival I'm starting.
Here's something that I would be into if I had kids like you do. I don't know when
I do have
get out
kids.
of this car, but this is a subject I want to talk about.
But wait, Maddie is willing to eat seal meat if it's provided. She thinks it would probably taste great.
She should be your next guest. You should have a seal meal.
I'll have Biscuit in my car if Maddie wants to come over back to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
She used to live over here.
I know. She lived on Dean Street.
Yeah, near James Eason.
I used to live in Maddie's apartments on Dean Street.
Not together.
Not like in a dating way, but together, yes.
Oh, you were
Physically
roommates?
together. Yeah.
This is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's like a reunion for
That's
you
right
now,
yeah.
Maddie.
35 Dean Street. I forget the
Holler!
apartment number. So you have kids, and they are into video games, which is one of the things that I would love about having kids if I were to have kids.
No, it's the worst.
Why?
Well, because as an adult, you have the ability to be like, I've played enough video games.
Uh-huh.
And while it is nice to share a hobby with your children, video games is one that is awful because first, when they're too young, when you watch them play video games, it's an exercise in like absolute frustration because you're like, no, No, like jump then shoot.
Right.
What's wrong with
Right.
you?
Okay.
And you get way over it. You know, it's sort of like the Great Santini.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where you're like, I want to physically punish my children.
Right.
When they try to challenge me.
Uh-huh.
And then later they become video game addicts because it's such a pleasurable experience they never want to stop doing it.
Okay.
So it just becomes another awful bargaining chip in our lives. Really. I mean, I'll let you play, but you have to do X, Y, and Z.
Right.
And then you find them playing all the time. I was just talking to my mother about this when I was a youngin' back in my Intellivision days.
Wow.
I'm dating myself.
Yeah.
There was a day where I called in. I didn't call in. I told my parents I didn't feel good, and that there was an essay or there was an exam I knew was happening. I was like, I'm going to fail it if I go to school. I didn't study at all. They let me pretend to be sick, but my dad was like, no television, no video games, whatever. You study. So of course they left. The minute they left, I put the television on and played some Donkey Kong Jr. And my dad came home, and I was like, oh my god, like turn the TV off, and as fast as I could. But he basically caught me, and he touched the television, and it was hot.
Okay.
Like a fucking detective. And then he was so irate that he went and he got a steak knife, and he cut the cord to my television.
Oh my
Steak
god.
knife.
That is brutal.
Yeah, I was furious and considered destroying their television at the time as retaliation. But luckily, I realized that if I did that, then no one would be able to watch television, and I wanted to watch more television.
Right.
But I was the troubled child, you can tell. I'm sorry.
Yeah, now
There's
you
a cry for help.
You accost friends in subway stations.
That's right. That's probably the where I got the brain egg for
brain
that.
egg.
The brain egg for that. Hatch the brain egg. That's what. It's going to catch on. Soup in the nation. Let me know if you have any brain eggs. Just send them on in.
I think he means ideas or suggestions.
You want to get on the new lingo.
This is now your most liked live video.
Right?
Not just your most commented on, but also most liked. I'm blowing shit up for you right now. I'm changing the game.
I got the Carnevale bump.
You do. You got that Carnevale bump.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, so I never finished the Tuesday crew, the Wednesday crew.
Wednesday crew.
You don't even need, like, they barely move their cars across the street until almost it's 8 o'clock. Because that's
Why?
like, I don't know why.
It's just a difference in the culture.
When I have to come back, on Tuesdays, I'll need to be here at 5 o'clock. And the street will already be half populated with cars.
Mm-hmm.
People have moved back to the other side. It sucks. And then Wednesday, I could get here at like almost 6 o'clock and still have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I think Tuesday, it's because we're all alphas, really. We just got to be the best. And Wednesday is basically a bunch of cucks who don't care.
It's Cuck Wednesday on Pineapple Street.
Well, if I had a bar, I'd have Cuck Wednesdays. You have ladies' night, you have Cuck Wednesdays. It's a sort of
Cuck Wednesday.
You need someplace to get out of the house
Right.
when your bull is breeding your lady. And
I know what that means, but only from context.
yeah, sure. Oh,
I mean, because I'm like,
Because
I
it's your
understand.
life.
No, that's not what I was gonna say. I wish I had a lady to fuck another man.
oh man. Well,
Yeah,
ladies,
yeah.
that's a open
Potential
call.
cuck. Potential cuck.
I'm really looking forward to being sissified in the corner while a real man.
Wait, so you do a thing called Lou Reads.
Oh, that's right.
Everybody watching this probably knows.
Yeah.
You read dark corners of the internet.
I do.
The
The
man
tagline
was-
is, I go places you wouldn't want in your browser history.
Yeah,
And I read from them.
and you read truly horrifying things.
Yeah, the last episode really upset a lot of people.
Why? What was it about?
So previously, like the high bar for people being like grossed out was the come on food forums, which was like that's the reaction I get. I don't know why. But so that forum is self-explanatory. This last episode was about people who pick like their faces and their skin.
Oh, that's bad too.
And so it's all about people who have like these people have a legitimate like OCD anxiety related problems
For sure.
that are compounded by sort of this paranoia that they have like mites under the skin,
Which we all do. We have mites on our skin. Sorry, Lou. There are microscopic skin mites.
Sure, but people will be like, I peeled up my scab and I saw this hair and I pulled it out. It's like,
I can't handle even thinking about this.
Yeah, I mean, and so it's a website called Skin Pick, and the forums, they sell, the Skin Pick itself is a site that is selling a service that, like, is, to help you with your anxiety or whatever it is.
Well, is it like a therapy service?
I guess.
Okay, so they're doing a good thing.
They're doing a good thing, and they give people who have skin-related picking issues a place to vent.
Okay.
So it's not like a place where people are like, I love skin picking. It's just everyone sort of sharing, like,
right. I get that.
I pull out my hair and I eat the root of my hair.
Ugh. I've heard of that, and that's so. And I don't know why I find that so disgusting.
It's weird.
Right.
I'm sorry to judge, but it is.
It's weird.
But so they have a place where people are like, I do this, and other people are like, oh my god, I do it too. So many places on the internet are,
commiserating.
People are commiserating about, how bad it makes them feel and how they can't stop and their compulsions. Mm-hmm. So it's a good place.
Yeah.
And I read it, and sorry, Beth. I'm sorry that you don't like the Skin Pick.
Yeah. Sorry, Beth. By the way, today's episode is brought to you by the Burger King on the Fulton Street Mall.
That's right. No root hair in their burgers, as far as I understand.
As far as we know.
You got chicken fries.
Chicken fries. All right, continue.
So anyway, I won't tell you what the grossest thing on that forum was that I came across, because it is, it tends to make people want to throw up.
Okay.
More than normal. But it was the first episode in a long time where people were like, they just saw the title and were like, I'm tapped out.
The Skin Pick one.
Yeah. And I was surprised, because after reading the internet for 7 years, which is a mind-boggling amount of time, I have a hard time judging what people are going to, decide is too much.
You did that one about peeing in hotel rooms, which I used to love hotel rooms, Lou, and you ruined them for me forever. Because now whenever I go to a hotel room,
you think that it's covered in pee?
Everyone has peed everywhere in this hotel room.
We were talking about this over the weekend, whether or not you could someone would make a black light that you could attach to your phone, so that you could go into hotel rooms and inspect for protein deposits.
I mean, that I just assume is everywhere.
So the urine upsets you, but you just envision a world covered in jizz?
I've grown to accept a world covered in jizz.
Oh, wow.
But the urine, I'm like, there's no reason for the urine to be around here.
Yeah, that's true. I agree. I mean, I agree that urine has its place, but it just I was just talking about this with my friend Rachel, because Rachel Horowitz, of course.
Oh, Rachel Shearer.
Shearer, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't accept her marriage as a.
Yeah, me neither.
So we just used it.
Divorce Jeff, Rachel. # divorce Jeff.
I'm just putting the brain egg out there. So we were talking about it because I had her read with me for a live reading.
Yes, I would love to do that. By the way,
I will invite. I keep wanting to do it. It's just one of those things that when I go back to harvest the slides for the slideshow, a lot of the sites are gone, or the posts are gone.
Oh, you have to save them to your hard drive.
I know. I don't do it. Well, it's because normally I'm just reading through a long thing. And then,
but the good thing is there's always constantly new terrifying stuff. This
is true, but it's funny. There's been a migration where people don't have forums anymore. They go to Reddit.
Which is fine.
Yeah, it's true. But I like reading from forums better.
Forums?
You have a lot less noise in the signal. Because people on Reddit are so clever.
Yep.
With their snarkiness and their Reddit jokes,
and
memes and whatnot.
I have a feeling that forums can get a little weirder because they're very insulated. Whereas Reddit, you're in the Reddit ecosystem. It's essentially repeating what you just said. Yes. But Reddit is Reddit, and forums can be their own thing.
Right. That's the other problem with forums. It's just in general, a good forum will have lots of people oversharing.
Yeah.
And a bad forum will be like, hey, I'm going through this trouble in my life, and instead of people being like, oh, it's okay, I've been there, they're like, shut the fuck up. If you go to bodybuilder forums. And
I've seen those from Google results.
Bodybuilding.com has the most scattershot
It's crazy.
topics, and it'll be like, in the weightlifting side, people are like, oh, good gains, bro. And then anywhere else, it'll be like, what do you think your jizz tastes like? And then it'll be like, fag, it doesn't taste too bad. It's like, you just never know what they're going to say.
Man.
So,
well, yeah.
So anyway.
Every so often I'll accidentally click on a bodybuilding forum because I'll Google probably a health-related question because I'm obsessive compulsive.
Okay.
And I'll Google why, am I dying? And then one result will be a bodybuilding thing where somebody's like, bro, I fucked a chick and blah, blah, blah.
Why am I dying?
And it's crazy. Like those bodybuilders, man, when they get their giant arms in front of a keyboard,
they type great advice.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
It's all very supportive.
Yeah.
In sort of a negative way.
Yeah, very in a negative
sort
way.
of Great Santini way.
I'm not familiar with Great Santini.
Is that's the Robert Duvall? I think it's
another reference. I don't know.
Where have you been in pop culture?
I don't know.
Are you an Encino man?
Yes, I'm an Encino man.
There's a pop culture reference that you get.
I got that one.
Fantastic.
Brendan Fraser. It's a pet peeve of mine when people say Frasier. Brendan Fraser. It's Brendan Fraser.
That must be a huge trigger for you because no one says Fraser. Right? Everyone says Brendan Fraser.
Fraser. Why are you getting a little ZH in there? Frasier.
I don't know, a little ethnic zing.
A little ethnic zing.
I don't know.
That was your street name for a while.
The ethnic zing?
Yeah.
That's right. When I moved to Milwaukee, that would be accurate. We were just there.
Uh-huh.
It's still one of the most segregated places in the country.
Okay.
Which is, if you're white, it's all right.
Uh-huh.
But for everyone else, it's kind of shitty.
Right.
But I like it there. But I was saying recently that this is the first time I'd been back where I really was like, I enjoy it here. But boy, I do not belong here.
Here, being Milwaukee.
Yeah,
okay.
I used to like it. I belong here. Hey, what? New York? Oh, man. Anyway, I don't want to keep you all morning because I know that you have things to do.
I do have things to do, yeah.
Yes, I appreciate you coming to sit with me in the alternate side talking official vehicle, sponsored by Subaru.
Oh. Okay.
Ding dong ding.
What is that?
That's their jingle that I made up for Subaru.
Do they have a music?
Do they have a music? If not, contact Lou. Ding dong ding. I can do all the music for you guys.
Doorbell-related jingles.
That's right. Well, what happens when you open the door? The bell jingles. That's what I got.
See, that's where the term comes from.
That's right.
Nobody's watching right now.
That's okay. So many people are going to watch us afterwards, when everyone has all their time at work to watch Facebook videos.
That's right.
Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
To Tony Carnevale for coming down a block from where he lives to sit in the car with me and keep me company. Thanks, everybody. I'm glad you all watched because without you, I am nothing. I'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye. Happy parking across the street for no good reason. All right. Bye.